Hello everybody, welcome to episode 10. Today we will be discussing our end statement. We'll be using again w3school to go through these tutorials, and hopefully this improves our skills. And again, please like, comment, subscribe, and without any delay, let's go ahead and jump in. So just to give you an outline of what we're going to do today, we're going to look at the range in SQL, the end statement, and then we're going to touch the between statement as well. And then we have a couple of checkpoints we'll try to get to. So without any delays, let's go ahead and go to w3school. Let's start from the home page. Again, go to tutorials, learn SQL, and once we go there, you'll go to the left and you'll see your end statement. Okay, so the end statement allows you to specify multiple values in a where or and statement. Okay, and you can use it. Basically, it's an or statement. So let's say, for instance, I want red, blue, green. What if you only find blue? So that's why I say it's an or statement, and that's why they state that right here as well. Here's a syntax for using your end statement. So you see your columns from table, where clause, and then you start listing out your statements within a parentheses. And you use your, instead of an equal sign or a like statement, you use your end. And then here, this is another one. This could be powerful as well, where you can use another select statement within a end statement. We'll touch base on that. This is probably a little more advanced. I think I'll go in more detail about this after we talk about joins in a later lesson. But yeah, you could definitely use that. That's pretty good. And here's a demo database, so let's go ahead and jump in. So let's go to the first try yourself. So basically what we're doing here, we want to run a query that's going to select countries if they're in, select records where the country is either Germany, France, or UK. Those are the three options. Again, if you remember how I run this, in our countries tab, we only have one option in here. So that's why it's like, oh, it's Germany, let's bring it back. Oh, this is not Germany, but it's UK, so let's bring that back. That's where the or statement comes in. So where country in Germany, or basically, this is how this statement reads. Select every column from the customers table where the country is either in Germany, France, or UK. And then here, in the last week, last episode we learned about like statements. So let's go and just to recap, customer name, like, watch this. So I want everybody from Germany, France, or UK. Hopefully this will allow me to do it. Okay, cannot replace signal unrecognized token. Throw this in here. There we go. Okay, so that didn't work. So I know how to fix this. 1 second. Let's go to get that to work. Let's go to the wildcard tab here. And again, I don't know why. That's something I should probably look into. Why we have to use this one to get that to work. So go to try it yourself. Okay, so this will open a new tab. Now go to the original tab that you had open. Let's copy this. Come over here. Let's paste it. And here it goes. So this is what I want to do. So we're bringing back everybody from Germany, France, UK. But we also want where the customer name starts with either A or B. I just wanted to show you. I wanted to show you can use your your end statement with another option, another condition, and show you how to use the touch base on that last episode, how to use your wildcard in the and statement. Okay, so let's go to the next example. Let's go back here. Let's close this out so we don't get confused. Close these two tabs out, and let's go down to the end statement. And again, this end statement is very straightforward. So we see how to use this. Now we can use a not in, which is pretty cool. So let's say we want everything but these countries. So run our SQL statement and we get everything else besides those three. And should we throw in? No, we won't go that far. Oh yeah, let's do it. It'll be a simple one. So we have customer ID and we'll say and for whatever reason we don't want customer ID that's less than 10. We want and customer ID greater than 10 basically. We want to order by country. Let's order by customer. Well, we'll do country. So again, everything's above 10 here. And we'll come back to use this. We can use this in a between statement. We'll do that. Argentina, Brazil. So we have everything that's not in Germany and France. Close this out. Okay. Again, this we're going to skip this for now. Using the select statement within a select statement. We're going to skip that for now. Let's jump down to the between statement. So the between operator, you can use that in the where statement or the and statement. So it gives you a range basically from this to that. And it does include value number 2. Like let's say for instance I want where, let's see, I want where the price is between 10, let's try this right here. Let's first look at the syntax, sorry guys. So the syntax is about the same. Select column from the table and then where, and you list the column name, but then you use the between your first value and then you use the and statement and then use the last value. And don't get this confused with the regular where clause. I'll show you. So let's run this. So let's say where, let me just first run this. Let me run this just to get a sense of what's in this table. Okay, so I'm going to paste this back. So we want it where ID is N. I'm going to have to list them out just to keep it simple. 6, 7. And the reason why I'm doing this, because I want to show you the difference between this. This is not the same as this and statement. This and is only attached to the between. So since I'm using the between, I used to say from where to where, and I use the and to do that. So let's run this. So we get 3 records back where the product ID is 1, 2, or 3, and the price is from $18 to $19. And then check this out. We'll use 2 between statements to make it. One. And let's say let's say product, how many products we have? 1 in 50. So let's run this. Okay, we'll get 19 records back. So we want all the products that are between 1 and 50 and the price is between 10 and 20. So see 1 through 50 and the price matches that as well. So this is an example where you can use the between statement and the and statement in the and clause, and you can use 2 between statements and 1. You can use more than that if you need to. And then we can throw order by in here. Price. And I think this is due from the smallest to largest. Yep, 10, 12, 14, up to 20. Okay, so that was an example of using 2. We covered a lot right here, so that was good. And if you have any, if you're confused about this or anything, we can keep it simple and just bring it back down to this. Okay. So yeah, if you have any questions about that, leave it in the comments and we'll help you out, or I'll reply back. Okay. So we can use a not between. I don't use this too much, but you can use it. So where the price is not between 10 and 20. So we run this. Here's the prices here, and just to quickly verify what you ran is what you get. Throw the order by, because what will happen if it's between 10 and 20, you'll see it quickly here. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, oops, no 10 after that, no 20 after that. So okay, quick spot check, we know this not statement between 10 and 20 did work. Okay, and then here again we can use the not in with the end statement. Let's go ahead and try this. Let's run the SQL and category ID not in 1, 2, 3. And here's the results. So we have in the where's clause we have the between. So we want the price between 10 and 20, and we want the category ID not to equal 1, 2, 3. Let me see if this, I've used this before, let me see if this will work. Okay, so in the editor that I use, I'm able to do that here. On w3school you can't do that, so let's stick to this. So not in 1, 2, or 3. And we have our results back. So let's look at the next one. Okay, this is cool. This is using the text. So between, and what it's doing is it's putting it in alphabetical order. So basically anything between C and M. E, F, G, M. So you can use even text in the between statement. And here's the order by product name. So we can clearly see. We can clearly see that it's doing what we want it to do. So let's close that. I'm just looking at the difference between these two. Off the top of my head, just okay, the and statement, the and portion, where it stops. Okay. And again here, we can do not between. Run SQL. And I probably won't go through all the examples because again the between and end is very simple, and if you ran it once you more likely understand it. So here we don't want the product name between these two values, and that's what we get here. We get this, but then again you gotta look at CAR. And this is CAM. So that's why we have this one. Okay, so let's go here. And this is showing dates. So again, so we can do a range between dates, and instead of using the comma, they're using a right here, number sign. So run that, and we get all the orders between July 1st and July 31st. This is how I normally write mine. I usually use a comma, so you can do it both ways. And again, it's your preference. It's not like, oh, this is better, this is better. It's your preference. Run that, same output. So we've seen the end statement, we've seen the order, we've seen the between being used on text, numbers, and dates. So again, very useful if you're dealing with ranges, dealing with whatever you need in that range. This is very useful, the between. You know, for example, between I would say I use between way more than end statements, especially when it comes to dates. You want a certain time frame, especially if you have a data set that goes back in history and you're running a report. You probably want it for the last 30 days, so you always do that between. Alright, let's go ahead and go to the exercise. Let's see how many exercises we have here today. Okay. So use the between operator to select all the records where the value of the price column is between 10 and 20. So what are we doing here? We're selecting every single record from products table where the price is between 10, don't forget your and 20, and this is not the same as the where clause and. This is the and that's assigned to between. So the answer correct. Next exercise. Use the between operator to select all records where the value of the price column is not between 10 and 20. So keyword not. So let's go ahead and type that up. So not between 10 and 20. Correct. Let's move on to the final exercise. Use the between operator to select all records where the value of the product name column is alphabetically between this word, I'm not going to butcher it, and pavlova. Hopefully I pronounced that right. So we're, again, select everything from the product table where the product name be okay, so I know what I did wrong here. Oops. Oh, maybe this is what I did wrong. And that is correct. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the lesson about between and end statements. Let's look at, we're almost halfway through this short tutorial. Next week we'll be jumping into the group by some more. And hopefully you guys enjoy these lessons, and please again comment, like, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day everybody.